Hello, welcome to my third forestry biochar video. I've made some modifications to my kiln behind here, and I'm going to try my third burn. I've added some aluminum flashing to the corners here and attached it with some sheet metal screws. I've done that on all four corners. This is to cut down on the oxygen coming in from the sides, and so that the only way oxygen can get in here is from the top, which will cause it to maintain temperature, because as it heats up we'll get a vortex at the top of the sides that will keep air out and also keep air out coming in from the top. So as it heats up, it'll self-regulate by starving itself for oxygen. This is just some small branches and leaves and pine straw that I've put in here to get it started. I have a pile of wood over here that I'm going to add, and then over here are the sheet metal that I'm going to put on top to limit the oxygen getting to it. And then here I have a temperature meter, again trying to keep the temperature around 500 degrees Celsius and below 800 or 900 degrees Celsius. And I'll do that by controlling the rate at which I add fuel and the covering with the sheet metal. And I have a pond over here and a bucket to quench it when I'm all done. And Alright, so I initially covered it completely and it started to immediately cool down and the fire go out. So I've uncovered it partially here, and I'm going to let the flames come up on it, make sure it's at a good temperature, and then cover it again. So I've been burning now for about an hour. The temperature has been holding fine, somewhere between 400 and 500, but just recently it started to go up. It's at 560 and going up. So I'm going to watch it. If it keeps going up, I'm going to have to add some more fuel. I added some flashing to the end to try to get it a little more airtight. And in looking at this, next time I do this, I'm going to try notching these top panels to get them around the fencing poles, like here and here, so I can get a tighter air seal on it. Alright, the temperature is now holding around 650, which is a bit high, so I'm going to pop the cover and add some more fuel to it. It's been burning about an hour, 10 minutes now. So this is what it looks like. As soon as I took the cover off, it started to burst into flame. Let's see, so I'm gonna try to get the fuel on quick here. So it's really burning now. Bright orange flame. Temperature actually went down from 650 to about 610, dropping, which is what I was hoping for. Okay, I've got the cover back on now. It's smoking now pretty heavily, and the temperature has gone down to 530 and dropping slowly. So it looks like that worked. Just up in the cover, adding adding some more fuel is causing the temperature to go down, and that's it. I am now 2 hours 20 minutes into this burn, and after adding an additional load of fuel after about an hour, when the temperature crept up to about 650 Celsius, the temperature dropped after sealing it again down into the 450 to 550 range, and it stayed there for the last hour and 20 minutes. The smoke coming out of here, it seems to alternate between heavy cloudy smoke and clear. It's clear right now. So what I think is happening is, as the temperature starts to heat up, it creates more smoke, and that blocks the oxygen coming to it and regulates it back down again. So it's working perfectly. I did notch the roof panels. Notched the roof panels here and there around the fence post so I could get a tighter fit on the roof panels to continue to block oxygen. But you can see it does create these kind of swirls at the top. The only place air can come in is at the top of the kiln. And I don't know if you can see it, but the circles, there's these kind of circling waves of heat you can see coming off of it. And you can see it better when there's smoke. So it's working exactly as planned. So I'm about 3.5 hours into this burn. Temperature held real steady between 450 and 550 the whole time. I had a good seal on it. I could see the swirling of the heat above it, so that when it would heat up, it would choke off the oxygen. And then the temperature started dropping, which I don't quite understand why. Got down to about 350. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now and take a look what I got. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Quite a bit of biochar in here. Not quite as much as I would have expected. There's also not a lot of ash in here. Some of it looks, you can see some of these big pieces didn't really burn. Alright, and that's it for burn number 3.